Hi everyone, welcome back to Airecon 2026. We're here with Rob.
Hello.
Oh, you're in orange now.
I know. I have jumped ship. I have gone from Hachette to Zatu Distribution now. So I am working with the Zatu guys, setting up a distribution channel, bringing great games from all over the world to the UK, supporting other retailers by putting these games into retail. And yeah, we've got a whole range of stuff here on show for the first time at Airecon Harrogate.
Yeah, it's really cool. Right, let's go through it then.
Let's have a look.
Lead us around.
All right, let's start with a little look at Ubibo.
Okay.
So Ubibo has been a roaring sellout success in Japan. This is a game that is so stupendously easy to teach. I can show you how it works now, Matt. We'll play a little mini two-player game of this. I'm going to give you a card. I'm going to I'll be green. This is a cooperative game. And the essence of this is to shuffle this deck, which just consists of images of our hands, basically. And what we'll do is we'll take a stick like so, flip this over. It is showing my middle finger. I will take my middle finger and I will connect with your hand, Matt, any of your digits. Okay. I'll go with that one there.
Okay.
Yep. You will flip a card off the top of this.
Okay, so I take one of these.
Yep.
So it's
your ring finger to
one.
any of mine. If we go for
Let's go there.
To my ring finger there.
Bear in mind, I do tend to shake quite a lot.
Oh yeah,
so
no, this is going to be. Well, I am already feeling like I'm going to cause this to collapse. So it's now your middle finger. So I pulled your card, which means I have to connect to your middle finger, like so. Boom. There we go.
Okay, let's do one more.
This was our game of the show at Toy Fair, London Toy Fair.
Wow.
Very recently.
So this is where it's going to get interesting.
Yeah, this is it. So we would do this until either we complete a certain number of sticks dictated by the difficulty level we're going to, or more likely, the whole thing collapses. There is an additional difficulty mode where you've got these foam balls, which you're trying to balance on top of the structure as well.
Dear.
And the crazy thing is, that was just a little demo of the 2-player. This plays up to a whopping 8 players.
So everyone's doing
all over the place. Exactly that. But this is Ubibo. So this is coming towards UK Games Expo this year. Yeah. It is literally a 5-minute game. Great for the BG Stats heads who are just trying to jack their numbers up, but also a lot of fun. Show you guys Aspens perhaps.
Aspen,
yes. So Aspens is a 2-player game. You are placing trees throughout a forest. It's an area control system. So on a turn, you're going to get a number of trees into your hand that you put into forest spaces. At the end of the game, whoever controls the most forest spaces wins. The interesting thing about it is that you can bolster your locations by putting more trees into existing locations, okay? And the reason that matters is that you have a dice that you roll each turn, which will say a number between 2 to 7. That dice will say how many trees sprout into your hand for use. So it's a little bit of, I always describe it as push your luck. You're almost creating your own luck a little bit. So, do you bolster your locations so that dice roll means you're getting a big load of trees into your hand for a late game push into the uncontrolled spaces, or do you expand early trying to block off your opponent to some of those key areas? So it's a little bit like, for people who played Reiner Knizius Through the Desert, I almost describe it as that with a very satisfying little dice mechanic in there as well. So, but it's a lovely 2-player game. It's got 4 modular expansions. The one we have here next to it, which is not on show in the game at the moment, Deciduous Duos, turns it into a 2v2 4-player game. But you've got other modules as well, which you can add, such as weather effects, player powers, things like that. So it's really a game that you can build up as much as you want to, basically.
I love the look of the trees. The components look amazing as well.
Yeah. So this is one that has 240 wooden trees in the box. It has got heaps and heaps of lovely components in a retail box. So you've got 240 trees in there, and it retails at £40. So it's one of those things where lots of lovely components in there, light and easy to learn, but difficult to master kind of strategic game. So yeah.
All right, read on.
Awesome. So we'll pop over to a couple more that we've got on show here. So Thief's Market is what I'm describing as Splendor-esque, but with a really, really cutthroat dice system involved. Okay. So the reason I say it's Splendor-esque is it's a 3 to 5 player game. and let's pretend Karen is involved, and I'll show you how this works. So we would have a number of dice, depending on the player count that are in this pool. You have a series of cards here.
Yep.
These are cards you want to buy. Some of them, the starting cards are sort of resource conversion cards, almost a little Century Spice Road-esque. They're going to convert one resource into another. Later in the game, point generation cards are going to start appearing in the game. And you're also getting these very, very powerful relic cards, which give boatloads of points as the game progresses.
Right, I see.
But what makes the game so interesting is this dice system here. So at the start of the game, just the market currency conversion type cards are available. You'll see these resources.
Yeah.
Those are how much a card costs. Now, this is how this works. It's been described or coined by the publisher as I split, you steal, rather than I split, you choose, okay? And that's because you roll this big heap of dice, like so, at the outset. The first player will get to draft dice from this pool. They can take as many as they like. They could take the whole lot. There is also this owl, and the owl is the person who gets to buy first from the market.
Right.
So what I would do if it were my turn, I might look at, this I could buy. I can maybe take these 2 rubies. Oh, this one might be nice as well. Another couple of rubies won't hurt.
Yeah.
These gold bags convert into wild resource tokens at the end. So
Right.
maybe I'm thinking, cool, that would be good for me. And I'll take that first player marker. Why not? Because I'll get first dibs at the market. Karen goes, yeah, that's fine, Rob. I will happily take one of these to buy that. And everyone's character has the ability to turn 2 dice into gold bags as well. So maybe Karen takes a couple more of these. But Matt, you're looking at this thinking, well, they've left me with nothing.
Yeah, I can't get
This is
anything.
rubbish. This is rubbish. I like what Rob's got here, though. I wouldn't mind some of those rubies. You are allowed to steal this whole pool of dice from me, Matt. The only thing for you is you would then take one of these tokens, be it a dice or the first player token.
Yeah.
Maybe you think, I don't need the gold bag. Roll that back into the pool, like so.
And then you get to choose.
And then I could steal again,
Oh, okay.
or I could take from here.
Right.
And this goes back and forth until players have dice in front of them. And then you buy from the market. Anything you buy from the market can be immediately activated. So if you're clever and have your engine building head on, you can buy a card, convert something into something else to buy something else, and try and snatch all the good stuff before it gets around to the other player's turns. So there is, as I say, Splendor with a cutthroat dice mechanic is sort of where this one is at. And this is available now. It's available here at the show as well for folks to buy from other retailers. So
Amazing.
yeah, cool. Yep. And I'll also show you guys, you know it. So
Do we?
you know it, or it may be you don't know it. So this is a trivia game from John Gracie. So John Gracie is famous for collaborating with the likes of No Rolls Barred. He also runs Blood on the Clock Tower Live, which is a live show including, he's had a sellout run at Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Yes, he's a stand-up, isn't he?
He
Yeah,
is a stand-up comedian, that's right. So he does Blood on the Clock Tower Live at Edinburgh Fringe. Last year completely sold through. This is a game which he and a team of, including his wife Vivian and Matthew, who came together to basically create a trivia game that builds deduction and bluffing, a little bit of that Blood on the Clock Tower magic into it. How it works is very simple. You have a question card. The first stage is you go through each of these questions one by one. You'd write your answers secretly on this board. You'd also write how many people you think got the question right as well, or has put the right answer. You go through these 5 questions, then we enter a betting phase. So for the betting phase, we go through each question one by one, and you will get to use one of your tokens. Your tokens you will place into another player's slot here. If I think that Karen has got, well, let's have a look at the question. What was the first US state here is one example. I think Karen's got a lot of history, a bit of American history. She knows how things are done. I might slot the you know it token into her side of the board. And if I am correct and she did indeed get that question right, I'd flip this and it would be a point, okay? Whereas if she actually got it wrong, then she would flip this and it becomes a point for her, okay?
Well, shall we find out?
Well, do you know the first US state, Karen?
I'm going to go with New England. I've got no idea.
Delaware. It's Delaware. There you go. So it's Delaware. But this is where the game becomes something of a bluffing system. There, you may not know any of the answers to any of the questions, but if you can bluff that you do, make people convinced that you're a US history expert, for example, or vice versa. Maybe you're a genius, you got these things down, and you manage to convince people that you don't know anything, and they're slotting these tokens up against you, you're going to score a boatload of points that way.
That's fun.
So that is kind of the twist. That's the bluffing element that has been seeped into a trivia game here.
Awesome.
So that is the essence of it. And the final thing I'll just talk to you guys about is Mighty Boards.
Yes.
So Mighty Boards are a publisher that are now coming on board with Zatu Distribution. We have Rebirth on show here, which is an evergreen hit at this stage. It's one of Reiner Knizia's best games of the last few years. It was recently nominated for the Asdor Awards in France. It sadly didn't win. It was a runner-up. But it was still in the top 3 games of the year, according to the French market. So Rebirth is here, but Mighty Boards are bringing a whole range of games to the UK through Zatu, including Art Society. We have a game called Tenby, if you've seen Tenby.
We've seen Tenby, yeah.
Yep,
Picked it up last year.
Yeah, wonderful Tenby. We've got Pinched coming as well, a game called Red North, which is a sort of Viking combat card-based game.
Okay.
So lots of lovely stuff coming from Mighty Boards. So we're showcasing them for the first time here at this show as well. Lots of other great things to come as well from us. We'll be at UK Games Expo with lots of new games. I might show you just a teaser of one, actually, one final one.
Exclusive. Well, I'm probably not exclusive, but...
So this is a range called DVC Games. So DVC Games are based in Syracuse in New York. They are a design collective who create interesting, unique games that they've developed together and put into test with their small group, and we're bringing them over to the UK. So this is one of their latest ones. This is Pacts. Pacts is a 2-player I Split You Choose area control game set around Irish Celtic mythology.
Oh, interesting.
You take an asymmetric faction based on that mythology, and you are basically splitting up cards that let you do placements of troops, moving troops around, activating special abilities according to your special faction. It's a 20-minute, very, very tight game with 2 scoring phases, which only happen at the end of the 3rd and the 6th round. So it's very much trying to position yourself in those right moments to score the most points. So this will be one of the games that we'll be showcasing at UK Games Expo, along with the wider range of DVC products as well, which are all on their way to the UK. So all fun and games, actually, literally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can people find the list of the stuff that you're going to be distributing online, or is it?
Yes, so distribution.zatu.com is our website. It's a little bit more sort of business-to-business focused, I will say, but you'll be able to, if you're a gamer, you'll be able to browse through that and see the kinds of things we're bringing into the UK. So a whole range of stuff, everything from kids games that we term our first turns range. We're actually bringing a heap of solo games in. So for solo gamers, we've started what I believe is one of the first distributors to put together a solo specialist category. That's in part inspired by A Gentle Rain, which was one of our biggest titles of last year. We've got things like, we've got those hobby hits, as we call them, with more deeper strategic experiences, such as the Old King's Crown. We have Recall, lots of other games like that. But we're also bringing a range of licensed games to the market too. So
you've got Kinfire Council there as well.
Kinfire Council, really indeed. Yeah. So the whole Kinfire range has been brought in by us as well. So we've got Kinfire Delve here, which is one of the smaller box dungeon crawling experiences, just in a deck of cards, where you have unique characters. These are mix and match boxes. You've got dungeons and bosses and characters in each one, and you can take the characters from one to put them into another.
Cool.
And then it goes all the way up to Kinfire Chronicles, which we haven't got here today, but is almost a Gloomhaven-esque giant box of dungeon crawling goodness.
Amazing. Well, it's a pleasure to chat to you as always.
It's always a pleasure, Matt. Yeah, thank you for having me on, as always. It's always a joy.
So, distribution.zatu.com, and obviously people can go to just zatu.com to buy things from the online store.
That's it. Yeah, we very much support the wider retail market, so we recommend we put these products into every retailer in the UK. So every friendly game retailer will have our games. So check them out, support them. We'll keep providing great games and doing our best to support the wider retail market. So,
amazing.
Yeah.
Right, links will be down below, everyone.
Thank you.
And thanks a lot, mate.
And thank you guys.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Ciao for now.